Hello, everybody. Welcome to the TEDx preview event, another video interview on tap. This time I am joined by Amy Cow. Amy, how are you today?
Hi, I am doing fabulous. Hi, everybody.
Amy, where are you calling us from?
I am right now in San Francisco.
San Francisco. That's only an hour from where I'm from. Is it cold there on the West Coast?
Growing up in Jersey as an East Coast gal, it's definitely a lot warmer. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
it's definitely raining this week, but I can't complain with this weather.
So you're a Jersey gal, born and bred, a West Coast girl now, and anywhere in the mid-range America on your resume of living?
I would love to explore Chicago or
Oh,
maybe even Minnesota in some instances, but unfortunately, I have not had the great experience of exploring like Middle America. But at least I've got both coasts so far. So
amen.
I
Yeah, you
think
got a
that's
lot
sort
of
of
years to cover
the
the
next
middle.
place I'd love to venture into.
That's fun. Well, we can already tell. I mean, you got the West Coast, East Coast, and just reading up on you, audience out there, if you don't know, Amy, you've been around everywhere. You've been to Singapore, you've been to Italy, you've been to kind of the Asian America parts of the world. How is traveling? I mean, how? I mean, you're not that. You're pretty young. You're near our age too. How has that been in developing just yourself in the past few years?
Yeah, well, growing up as an Asian American, cultural competency has always been really important to me because I think that a community that is culturally competent will also lead to a more inclusive and diverse community that overall leads to more positive outcomes.
Mm,
And so I realized that growing up and sort of leaving the small town in New Jersey that I grew up in and sort of going out to just explore other parts
mm-hmm.
of the world and really immerse myself in different cultures, I was really able to sort of go on this introspective journey where I was able to deeply appreciate and respect the way of life that other people in other corners of the world were living in, the way they did certain things, and that really helped me to appreciate my own personal
Mm,
place in the world that we live in. And so it's definitely broadened my perspective. I've developed a global perspective, and it
that's good.
definitely also feeds into a lot of my passion as well as purpose in life.
Mm. Well, talking beforehand, before we rolled the camera, we were kind of talking about something you've developed, and you mentioned fishing. Out of all things, a Jersey girl. You don't hear
Yeah.
fishing connected with Jersey girl, but you love to fish on the West Coast. How is that? A newfound hobby.
Fishing is definitely just one of those hobbies that it's like you think you're going there to catch a fish, but then the actual activity itself, at least when I sort of went through it, it was nothing. It was so much more than catching actual fish. I mean, it definitely taught me a lot of life lessons. I go fishing in the Santa Cruz area on a weekly basis, and it's really taught me, I would say, the importance of patience as well as the importance of always being prepared because when you're fishing, you always want to make sure that you set yourself up for success. And sometimes what that success looks like, it may be what you envision success to look like would be really different than the actual
Mm,
outcome. And that's where patience comes in because, fishing, sometimes you can wait many hours to catch a fish, and sometimes you cast the line and, within like the first 10 seconds, there's a fish that strikes. And so you never know what you're going to get with
mm,
fishing, and that's what makes it really exciting. And just like life, you never know what you're going to get, and life is always sweeter when there is that wait. Like the win is always
yeah.
sweeter um, when you sort of go through that experience
Mm,
of being patient.
mm. Well, I really like the analogy because you said, sometimes it can take 4 or 5 hours and maybe not even catch anything. Or you can
Mhm.
just sit down in your boat or on your chair and throw it out and you get a fish. It's kind of like how life is, where you can wait. You have these people that wait till they're 50 years old or even older that finally catch the big break, or people like yourself that have been these blessings that have been able to throw their cast out really quick and oh my gosh, this is amazing. How is that for a fairly young woman of yourself that has been able to quote unquote cast that line out and get it, have a bite really quick? How has that helped develop your worldview along with, at such a young age, getting that success was something that means so much to this world we live in, as well as traveling and seeing all this different stuff? How has that affected Amy Cow's worldview?
Yeah, I think it's definitely taught me that sometimes you just have to really stay positive and take all the experiences in as they come. And while success is something that, you're hoping to achieve, sometimes failures are really important along the way, because sometimes, just like fishing, you cast your line and like nothing ever bites. And just like that analogy with life, sometimes you will fall down in many instances in life, and you'll have to quickly pick yourself up and hopefully learn, so that opportunity for you to learn and grow and develop. And so I think that has really helped me to shape my own personality, as well as this perspective that, in life and in sort of this world, we just sort of work hard to go and drive towards a common goal and a common vision. And sometimes, we may reach it on our first try, but then we may also reach it on our 100th try. But the most important thing is to never give up. And whether you're in the United States, or you're in Asia, or you're anywhere around the world, what traveling has taught me is to always take risks and really go forth and go for those sort of goals that you're really passionate about, and sort of realizing that success may not come immediately, but if you never give up, if you keep trying harder, you'll be able to be one step closer to sort of achieving that broader mission and that broader purpose in life, I think.
Well, Amy, I want to kind of change the tone here. And RxAll, the company you co-founded a few years ago, and counterfeit drug, that's really not something we see a lot, whether it be on social media, in the news, especially for our age group. It's not something that we really think a lot about, but it's a company that has seen a lot of growth throughout the past few years that it was founded. Kind of walk us through how that has been, not only as a part of the company, but also personally. How have you grown along with it? And feel free to share anything about that.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, counterfeit drugs, it's not really an issue that we hear or experience a lot within the United States, but around the world, in more emerging, developing markets, it's actually a huge problem. And we see a lot of counterfeit drugs in regions like Southeast Asia, Latin America, Africa. And so that's really the driving force, or the purpose behind why I started RxAll, which is pretty much an artificial intelligence platform to combat counterfeit medicine. And so we have both hardware as well as software that really works hand in hand in order to deliver results, to provide authentication services to all of our customers. And our company started at Yale University within a small garage. It actually was a result of the Yale Healthcare Hackathon, where we pretty much were tasked with the purpose of just creating a solution to a really, really big problem. And so we identified that problem to be counterfeit medicine. There's not really too many solutions developed in the space. And so we thought, hey, why don't we put our brains together, leverage all the creativity as well as skill sets of our classmates around us, and form and actually develop the solution and the change that we want to see in the world. And so RxAll was started at Yale, and since then, we've really, really grown from that garage to now having offices around the world, and we really expanded to, we have offices in Canada, in Africa, in the United States, as well as Asia, and we've been really, really fortunate to have a wonderful community of support throughout the years, to like mentors that have really helped develop and grow with us along the way to tackling this global health crisis. So that's really the purpose behind starting it, and our goal at the end of the day, our mission and our purpose, is to ensure that every single person has access to safe, affordable, and authentic medicine.
Well, we are excited to hear more about it on February 22nd. Speaking of February 22nd, last question, Amy. People are at this preview event. They're hearing all about this, your company, your experience, your love for fishing, your newfound love for fishing, I should say. February 22nd, TEDx talk at Grand Canyon University. Why should these people come here? Without spoiling anything, why should they come hear you, Amy Cow?
Sure. Well, I hope to raise awareness about the issue of counterfeit medicine. Especially, I feel like a lot of people may not know what a fake drug even is, and so I'll go through just what exactly counterfeit drug is, what it contains, how it comes into the supply chain, and also talk about some of the solutions developed in the space, especially RxAll, the company that I founded to sort of address this global health crisis. And so, and then at the end, hopefully wrap up with sort of my thoughts around where the future is headed in respect to artificial intelligence in tackling the counterfeit drug trade. So I hope that everybody, when they attend the talk, they come in with like an open mind, they're eager to learn, and hopefully become involved in, or hopefully leave the talk more informed and aware of this global health issue.
Well, we are very excited to hear the full talk on February 22nd. This has been a video interview for the TEDx preview with Amy Cao. We'll see you guys February 22nd.